Now to our other big story here at 4 o'clock. From City Hall to federal prison, former Philadelphia City Councilman Bobby Henon has now learned his fate following his 2021 conviction on conspiracy and fraud charges. Good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taff. Henon was handed down a 3.5-year prison sentence today. He's also been ordered to serve 3 years of supervised release once he's out of prison.
Action News reporter Walter Perez was in the courtroom for today's sentencing. He joins us now live with details and reaction. Walter.
That's right, Sarah and Brian. Henon has until April 17th to report to federal prison, but between now and then, a $50,000 fine, $200,000 worth of asset forfeitures and other miscellaneous fines as well. Still, all things considered, this sentence could have been much worse. Former Philadelphia Councilman Bobby Henon faced the prospect of 10 years in prison, but today the judge sentenced him to 3.5 years. And Henon says he's okay with that.
I will honor that sentence, and I'll come back and I'm going to be, right back into community service.
The 54-year-old Democratic politician was convicted back in 2021 on charges that included 10 counts of conspiracy, bribery, and wire fraud. Before handing down the sentence, Judge Jeffrey Schmale told Henon that his constituents were electing him to represent them, but were, quote, instead electing a minion for John Doherty and Local 98. Of course, Henon was part of the federal trial that also brought down influential labor union boss John Doherty. The lenient sentence was due in part to the hundreds of testimonials the judge received from Henon's constituents, friends, and colleagues, dozens of whom packed the courtroom today.
There are inherently a lot of good people in the city of Philadelphia doing a lot of good things, and I just happen to work with them for most of my adult life and my professional career.
In fact, while addressing the people inside the courtroom today, Henon became emotional when he said, "I pray that God can forgive me," and then saying, quote, "By putting the interest of my union first, I failed you." Outside the courthouse, Henon declined to comment about the decisions he made that led to his conviction.
Do you regret getting involved with John Doherty?
Thank you.
So while this wraps up the case against Henon, it is not over yet for John Doherty, not by a long shot. After being convicted during Henon's trial, Doherty is back on trial next month, this time on embezzlement charges. Reporting live from the federal courthouse, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News.